Thanks.
Sally, can I get my water bottle real quick? I'm water lady. Water bottle lady.
That's a really important job.
It really is.
Hydration.
Can I hold your files for you? Yeah. Unless you have a third arm, I don't know about that.
We're staying here. They're leading the way to the office.
Stay up.
I am SEIU, and I work for the Department of Child Support Services. Yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm John.
Emily.
Nice to meet you.
I thought cats because you have green.
Yeah, you know what? I like the green people. I like their color, but
I do
I also
too.
like the purple. I just don't have any good SEIU swag.
Is someone going to talk instead of Bernie if she's here?
I can.
Budget subcommittee of your piece on education finance. Hey.
I'll take the paper.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Higher education. This is an important person. Patel.
Darshana.
Hi, it's SEIU Local 1000.
Hi.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I wanted to do a polite nod.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
You other
I know
40,
we have
you'll
a
have to
large
wait
group.
outside. The other 40?
So we're here to talk to the assembly member and about the state budget, or an aid if
So
possible.
she's not here, and that would be, I don't know. I think our lecture director is gone. Where are
Okay, you other 40, come on in. I wonder if they,
So this is Eli.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Just a short period of time.
That's fine. We only have a few people who are ready.
Hi, Eli.
My name's Emily. I'm from SEIU Local 1000. Come with other union members. We're here to just talk to you about the importance of this.
Yeah, I just don't want someone to hit you
Oh,
when
okay.
the door
When
comes
the
in.
door opens.
Yeah.
The importance of the budget and how the governor is going against our contract to take away our bargain for and ratified 3% raise. And we urge the assembly member to vote against that and voice a strong opposition to that, as well as a strong opposition to telework, because we're going to be facing a double pay cut with telework, the extra cost to get to the office, and a pay cut from the budget if it goes through as is.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give the floor to a couple of our members to tell you a bit of a personal perspective on that.
Hi, my name is Alexis. I work at the California Department of Education, and I just wanted to speak on behalf of the aspect of RTO specifically. We're just urging, if we could urge the assembly member to please sign the letter, the bipartisan letter that is urging for the audit to be completed. That way we know how many hundreds of millions or billions of dollars it's actually going to cost to bring everybody back to work 4 days a week.
To the office.
To the office, yeah, back
Already
to the office. We're working from
Right,
home
right.
and working in the office right now, but bringing everyone back to the office, some agencies, they literally have no space. We have no resources, we don't have extra money. And then with this budget deficit, to actually say we have a huge deficit and then put the return to office on top of that and add millions, if not billions, that's fiscally very irresponsible. And we're gonna cut our pay, not gonna ratify our contract and, give us our 3% raise and then cut 10% on top of that. That just is untenable for all of us.
For sure.
I'm John C., and I work at the Department of Child Support Services, and we're spending millions and millions of dollars on additional leases and additional office equipment, and there's been absolutely no oversight from the taxpayers on that. So I think that really needs to be looked at. If you would please urge the assembly member to consider how much is being spent by, this is just one department of many, many departments spending millions upon millions, if not more, of unaccounted for money that could be spent on so many other worthwhile causes because of the productivity gains and telework were documented and then have been erased from history, just to support the motives of the people behind the curtain. So
Thank you.
Patrick Garcia Smith, and so I'm over at CDE as well. And I guess just kind of speaking a little bit on the personal cost, like I know when we did a survey of our CD employees, about 49% said that there's going to be as much as $500 additional each month that they're going to have to be paying if we're going to be forced to return to office. Again, obviously not return to work because we've been working for the past 5 years. And somebody, as I have a 3-year-old daughter, I have in-laws that one of my father-in-law who's dealing with Parkinson's, so it's something like where my wife and I, who's also a CDE employee, where those are people that we're supporting, not during the work hour or anything like that, but our ability to support them, the ability for us to be able to contribute to our own community is really going to be taken away if we're going to have to be spending as much, so much time in being able to drive over to work constantly just to simply get into a Zoom meeting or to be able to simply complete work that can be done at home. And it's just, especially as I know for my grant, I'm from San Diego, born and raised as well, and I know one of the grants that I provide services to is in San Diego, or is based in San Diego State. And so we provide services for students with students and families with students with disabilities. And I can guarantee you one of the things that they will say, over the past 5 years, we've been able to become so much more efficient in being able to provide our grants, provide the money to provide services to them, because we're on our computers, we're at home, we're not having to deal with commuting, not having to deal with finding parking and whatnot. And again, it feels like it's just not only this would returning to office hurt employees, but also just community of California as a whole. Because I'm just adding another one, but just the fact that we've been able to again work from home, we've been able to really identify and hire experts from all over California, so that not only just Sacramento, with the greater Sacramento area, we can actually provide services that are much more relevant to those communities. I know that one of the centers that I provide services to, they're over up in the Redwoods, and that's very, very far for them to, very far from them. But we're able to hire people from that area so that then they're able to, again, be able to see what information, whatever guidance, what is that specific community need that's far, far north, in comparison to, say, like the community in San Diego, which is a bit more metropolitan, someplace that, in the outskirts of Los Angeles, or people that are in San Bernardino. So again, it's not only hurting us as employees and the communities that we live in and that we provide, that we are, paying for things over there, but it's also just going to really hurt the services that we're able to provide to our state's families. Because
speaking of Zoom meetings, I have to head off to one.
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
listening.
Can I have real quick? Even the light rail is going to be impacted. All those mediums to get us to the downtown. Most of the buildings are downtown, and so it's going to be impacted quite a bit.
I live in Roseville and I go to Rancho Cordova for work, and there's no commute. There's no way to commute other than by car, and it's 50 minutes each way, and everybody else is doing it, and it's just tons of unnecessary emissions on the road. So we know you got to go. Thank you so much for listening to us today.
Was that recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I would prefer just in the future if you ask before recording. We have
Understood.
a little sign on the door.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Other people who come in.
Got you.
Not on the door, right?
Apologies
Yeah.
for that.
Thank
No
you very
worries,
much.
just